Hey bros, in this video, Robert Andre unboxes and reviews the new Nerf Elite 2.0 Turbine. Subscribe to show that you are a true Nerf fan and a member of our happy family. And don't forget the shoutouts are at the end of the video.
What's up guys, today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Nerf Elite 2.0 Turbine. Here's the front of the box. Here's the back. Let's open it up. So included with the blaster, we get an 18 round magazine, 36 darts, and the instruction manual. Now this is a battery powered blaster, so you need to make sure you have 4 C batteries and a Phillips head screwdriver. So here's the blaster. It is a flywheel semi-automatic gun, probably works almost exactly like the Strife does. There's a jam door up top. And I don't think this jam door has a lock, but we'll see. There are 4 tactical rails, one back here, one up in the front, one on this side, one on the other side. There's no stock attachment point, but there is a barrel attachment point. There's a front sight here and one back here. There's a rev trigger, a main trigger, and a magazine release. On this side we have Nerf and we have Turbine. On this side there's no Nerf. There's also a Turbine, but it's not white like it is on this side. We have Elite 2.0 and some holes here. There's 2 sling mounts, one back here, but I don't really know what sling would fit in there. And then there's also one right here. This is just a regular 18 round magazine. I think it's pretty cool because Nerf hasn't made an 18 round magazine in quite a while. Nerf has been doing mostly 12 round magazines lately, so it's cool that they made an 18 round one. Also, this magazine has this blue piece on the bottom to match with the gun. And another thing is the blue piece has 18 in here, so you can know how many rounds it holds. And the darts here, half of them or 18 of them are orange with a blue tip, and 18 of them are blue with an orange tip. And they're just regular Nerf Elite darts. And it has an 18 round magazine. It comes with 36, so you get 2 magazines full worth of darts. On the left side of the gun in the back, there's a door for the batteries. You unscrew that by turning it counterclockwise. Pull the door off, put in 4 C batteries. Now this is how it's different from the Strife and a lot of flywheel guns. A lot of them use AA batteries. This one uses C batteries. I'm not sure why. It has the same voltage, but I'm pretty sure bigger batteries last longer. I'm still not sure why they didn't just use AA's, but just make sure you get C batteries. You can't rev it unless the magazine is in, so put it in to test that. All right. There you go. And there's no lock up here, so you can rev it with the jam door open. So I was wrong about one thing in the beginning. I thought this was a semi-auto gun. It's actually a full auto gun. So maybe that's why they're using C batteries, because the batteries are revving the motors here and revving a motor back here for the automatic pusher. I'm guessing it uses a system like the Rapid Strike. Yeah. There's probably a motor back here that turns a pusher that pushes the darts into the flywheels. Maybe it uses more energy to power the 3 motors, so it has the C batteries to last longer. To take the magazine out, you just press this release and it just comes out like that. All right, now we're gonna chrono this. We're gonna be using the Nerf chrono barrel. If you wanna learn more about this, we have a video on our channel and you can check it out. 70, 72, 73, 74. All right, so I had, I'd say around 70 FPS. So since this is a full auto gun, we're gonna be seeing how long it takes to shoot one whole magazine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, so it took 4.53 seconds. All right, let's do some testing.
Alright guys, from here to the garage is about 55 feet, so let's see how far it'll shoot. First we'll do single shots. Now we're going to do full auto. So as you can see, full auto probably went about 40 to 45 feet. And if you look up here, the single shots went about 50 to 55 feet. Alright, now let's test the long range accuracy, shooting Jackson from about 40 to 45 feet away.
Got him.
Here are my final thoughts. Overall, it's a really good gun. Its performance is pretty similar to the Strife. Actually, before I finish my final thoughts, I wanted to say one thing. With this magazine release, I found out that when you press it, make sure you press it on the top. Because a lot of magazine releases on Nerf guns, the whole thing will go forward. This one pivots on the bottom. So if you press on the bottom, nothing will happen. You have to press on the top for it to work. There you go. Alright, so with my final thoughts. Overall, it's a really good gun. It has a lot of attachment points. I didn't have any jams. It runs pretty well. The full auto is actually pretty fast compared to a lot of other Nerf guns. The accuracy is okay, and the power is pretty good, but whenever you're shooting it in full auto, you'll notice that shooting it in full auto is a lot weaker, because every time a dart goes through, it kind of slows the flywheels down. So when darts are constantly going through, it doesn't give the flywheels time to speed up again. If you do single shots, you'll notice it'll be a lot more powerful. The accuracy is okay. It's not really that good at long range, and especially not very good if you're doing full auto. But full auto, you're probably going to be doing it close range. I think it's a pretty good gun. It's just like a Strife, but full auto. The only downside to this compared to a Strife is that this requires C batteries, but that's probably the only bad thing about this gun. Alright guys, it's shout out time.
The first shout out goes to Nerf Call of Duty. The next shout out goes to Alex Plays MB123. The next shout out goes to Van Sang Pkwy G245. The next shout out goes to Janelle Mead. The next shout out goes to Waka Chaka Waka Chaka. The next shout out goes to Alex Cross. The next shout out goes to KVG JeffMara. The next shout out goes to Jaden Flogging 342. The next shout out goes to Colton Johnson. The next shout out goes to Nathan Uric Santos. The next shout out goes to Adela Durand. The next shout out goes to Leopoldo Judah 3 Pablo. The next shout out goes to Nathan Mead. The next shout out goes to Delzin Patel. The next shout out goes to TRS Music. The next shout out goes to Henry Stickman Productions. The next shout out goes to P Party Crasher 93. The next shout out goes to Elijah Lowry Gaming. The next shout out goes to Hot Stop. The next shout out goes to Sushma Narasimha. The next shout out goes to Henry Dilemma. The next shout out goes to Anna Jones. The next shout out goes to the Nerf Dudes. The next shout out goes to Ferret 359. The next shout out goes to Zachary Mueller. The next shout out goes to Rosario Esteban. The next shout out goes to Gabriel Lucas Baluyut. The next shout out goes to Fernan Pro 377. The next shout out goes to Don Bluff. The next shout out goes to Rachel Perry. The next shout out goes to Mr. Kid. The next shoutout goes to Amitaba Dan. The next shoutout goes to Emily Olif. The next shoutout goes to Football King. The next shoutout goes to Avery. The next shoutout goes to Aiden Still. The next shoutout goes to Eli the Legend. The next shoutout goes to Toucan Time. The next shoutout goes to Rehan Is. The next shoutout goes to Dan the Man Productions. The next shoutout goes to Hellbest King 74. The next shoutout goes to Jorgel. The next shoutout goes to Jim Barnt. The next shoutout goes to Kyrat Fitz Randolph. The next shoutout goes to Extra Spooky. The next shoutout goes to Sunny G. The next shoutout goes to Kurds. The next shoutout goes to Manuel Ezequiel. The next shoutout goes to Aura. The next shoutout goes to Rezgi Toy Gaming Show and Stuff. The next shoutout goes to Callsign I. The next shoutout goes to Joshua Schott. The next shoutout goes to Isaiah Patterson. The next shoutout goes to Jahan Patel. The next shoutout goes to Really Random Stuff. Hey bros, if you want a shout out, then go to the community tab on our channel and go to the most recent post and type I want a shout out.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell. Be happy, peace out.